Put it back.
Can I easily get back?
No, you can't, son. Sorry, y'all. Trying to put together this morning.
Wait, I'm supposed to be in the video today.
Did you move, boy? Hold on.
Can I be in the video today?
Okay. Busy morning today. Sorry we late.
Mom, I need to be in the whole video today. This is about my video. This time is my video. Today is my video. Okay, let's put that. I didn't even know how to read it. I'm reading. Well, kids say it.
My big toe. Get up, boy. Top of the day, beautiful people. Mom, shalom, shalom.
Okay, what?
That's my friend and her beautiful family. Come on, get up. I use that as a bookmark. Let's say Christmas card they send every year. All right, move. Back up. All right, y'all. Busy morning. Busy morning. Happy, what's today? Tuesday. Hold on. Oh, yeah, give me that. Okay. All right, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. It is March the 29th, 2022, day number 68 of year 4 of reading through the books of the law and the prophets, and of the 4-year consecutive day count, day 1086. No, Zay, no, what are you doing? No. We'll put it in the air fryer. Plug in the air fryer. Sheesh. Today we're going to read Tablet U of the complete Annunaki Bible, and then we're going to read this short little chapter in my big toe, chapter 32. Yes, baby girl. This morning has been off the chain already. I'm sorry. Yes.
What is it?
Oh, that's the day me and Dad went out. That's my dress. I look cute, don't I, girl? That was my old iPad poop. Okay, 1 second. Zoe, that's why I look. Stop there. I'm about to send y'all all back upstairs. Oh, magic. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna take 2 out, put it in there, close it, press the picture for the chicken. Okay, beautiful people. Calm down. Busy morning. Let's get rolling. All right. Father, we thank you for another day of being here in a very busy morning with all my family up, moving around, and just doing stuff. Okay, y'all. Complete Annunaki Bible, Tablet U. Let me move this up a little bit. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I know. I'm doing the most this morning. Just put it in there. You take 2 more. Or maybe just 1. Yeah, put it right here.
Blood. Blood seasoning.
Yeah, that's seasoning.
Mom, look at this one.
Okay, put it in there. Okay, very good.
There's one bill.
You can put that in. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get started reading this. Okay. So Tablet U is entitled Book of the Underworld. Don't freak out. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Book of the Underworld, the marriage of Nergal and Eshkergal. Eshkergal has reference number 109, and it says the Tablet U series was inserted starting with the 6th edition of the Necronomicon Annunaki Bible and is extracted from the Year 3 Liber C work, released as both Beyond the Ishtar Gates or the Necronomicon Spellbook 3, edited by Joshua Free and Kim Jurgen. These materials also appear in the Year 3 Mardukite Anthology, Necronomicon Grimoire, edited by Joshua Free. You can put that. Yeah, you can put that. All right, back up, y'all. All right. This is gonna be in there for a little while, so y'all can actually go back upstairs, take that with you, and just kind of like be quiet. Let's. Yes. Not right now. Wait till I'm done. OMG. Okay, y'all. Here we go. The marriage of Nergal and Eshkergal. Anu spoke and made his voice heard. He addressed his words to Kaka. Kaka, I shall send you to hold on. Kernugi. Okay. Kaka, I shall send you to Kernugi. You must speak thus to Eshkergal, saying, it is impossible for you to come up. In your year, you cannot come up to see us, and it is impossible to. Okay, what is it? All right, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, leave it alone. In your year, you cannot come up to see us, and it is impossible for us to go down. In our months, we cannot go down to see you. Let your messenger come and take from the table. Let him accept a present for you. I shall give you something to him to present to you.
How long until karate?
5 p.m. Go upstairs, y'all. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Go.
Right now, how long?
A long time. It's this evening. Go upstairs. Bye. Kaka went down the long stairway of heaven, the gods or stars. When he reached the gate of Eshkergal, he said, Gatekeeper, open the gate to me. And the gatekeeper responded, Kaka, come in, and may the gate bless you. He let the god Kaka in through the first gate. He let the god Kaka in through the second gate. He let the god Kaka in through the third gate. He let the god Kaka in through the fourth gate. He let the god Kaka in through the fifth gate.
How are you going to say his name?
Because I'm reading it. That's what it says. You can listen and be quiet or go on upstairs. I'm so sorry, y'all, for the interruption. Shayla, hey, girl, hey. But Twabu, Trina, hey, girl, hey. Okay. Let the god Kaka in through the fifth gate. Let the god Kaka in through the sixth gate. Let the god Kaka in through the seventh gate. Kaka entered into her spacious courtyard. He knelt down and kissed the ground in front of her. He straightened up, stood, and addressed her. Anu, your father sent me to say, it is impossible for you to go up. In your year, you cannot go up to see us, and it is impossible for us to go down. In our month, we cannot go down to see you. Let your messenger come and take from the let your messenger come and take from the table. Let him accept a present for you. I shall give something to him to present to you. Oreshkagal spoke and made her voice heard. She addressed her words to Kaka. O messenger of Anu, our father, you who have come to us. Bella, you about to go upstairs with that? You too, Isaiah? Oh, y'all need to go in the dining room. Y'all too loud. Take that. Take the iPad too. Sorry, y'all. Oh, great spirit. Good afternoon and peace and blessings. Sorry for all the loudness in the background. This has been an extremely loud morning. Everybody's up. Like, why y'all up so early? Just doing stuff like nothing. And they just want to come down here and be loud.
See, that's coffee.
No. That's not even fresh coffee. That's from yesterday. I just didn't pour it out and wash the thing yet. Sorry, y'all. Oreshkagal spoke and made her voice heard. She addressed her words to Kaka. O messenger of Anu, our father, you who have come to us. May peace be with Anu, Enlil, and Enki, the great gods. May peace be with Namu and Nash, the pure goddess. May peace be with the husband. May peace be with the husband of the Lady of Heaven. May peace be with Ninurta, champion in the land. Kaka spoke to Ereshkigal. Peace is indeed with Namu and Nash the pure. Peace is indeed with the husband of the Lady of Heaven. Peace is indeed with Ninurta, champion in the land. Ereshkigal spoke and made her voice heard. She addressed her vizier, Namtar. Namtar, my vizier, I shall send you to the heaven of our father Anu. Namtar, go up the long stairway of heaven, take from the table and accept a present for me. Whatever Anu gives you, you must present to me. And it says in brackets 26 plus lines missing. And then it picks back up. Inky speaks to Nergal, and there's some lines missing between there, and it picks back up with the gods are kneeling together before him, the great gods, the lords of destiny, for it is he who controls the rights of, and then it's words missing, the gods who dwell within Urkala, the underworld. Why do you not kneel before them? Hold on. Guys, upstairs. Take it upstairs. Y'all too loud. Yep, thank you. Bless you. Bless you. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you ain't really getting nothing else out of that. Just sit it down. No, you can't. Just sit it down. Go upstairs. Upstairs. That's too loud. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm sorry. Belinda Brown. Hey, Auntie. Go. Go. Thank you. Go. Go. Okay, y'all. Told you the whole house is up doing stuff. It's all over the place. Alazar, shalom, shalom, Tiffany. Hey, girl, hey. Okay. Kaka spoke to Ereshkigal. Peace is indeed with Anu, Enlil, Enki, the great gods. Peace is indeed with Namu and Nash the pure. Peace is indeed with the husband of the Lady of Heaven. Peace is indeed with Ninurta, champion in the land. Ereshkigal spoke and made her voice heard. She addressed her vizier, Namtar. Namtar, my vizier, I shall send you to the heaven of our father, Anu. Namtar, go up the long stairway of heaven, take from the table and accept a present for me. Whatever Anu gives to you, you must present to me. I went up too far, but I'm already here. That's what the 26 plus lines are missing. Inky speaks to Nergal, then there's some more missing. The gods are kneeling together before him, the great gods, the lords of destiny, for it is he who controls the rights of, then there's more words missing. The God who dwells within Urkala. Urkala is the underworld. Why do you not kneel before them? I keep winking at you, but you pretend not to realize. And then in brackets, there's more lines missing. Then it says 6 plus lines missing. Nergal speaks to Inky, expressing a desire to meet with Ereshkigal. Words are missing. I will rise to my feet. More words are missing. Then it says, you said. More words are missing. Then it says, we'll double it. Then in brackets, it has lines missing. Then Inky responded to Nergal, my son, you shall go on the journey you want to make. There are words missing. And it says, grasp a sword in your hand. Go down to the forest of Mesu trees. Cut down Mesu trees, Tiaru trees, and the juniper. Break off pieces from the Kanaktu trees and Simburu trees. When Nergal heard this, he took up an axe in his hand, drew the sword from his belt, went down to the forest of the Mesu trees, cut down Mesu trees, Tiaru trees, and the juniper, broke off pieces from the Kanaktu trees and the Simberu trees. He made a throne for the far-sighted Inky. He painted it with its missing words as a substitute for silver. Painted with yellow paste and red paste as a substitute for gold. Painted it with blue glaze as a substitute for lapis lazuli. The work was finished and the chair was complete. Then Inky called out and laid down the instructions for him. My son, about the journey which you want to make. From the moment you arrive, follow whatever instructions I give you. From the moment they bring a chair to you, do not go to it, do not sit upon it. When the baker brings bread to you, do not go to it, do not eat the bread. When the butcher brings you meat, do not go to it, do not eat the meat. When the brewer brings you beer, do not go to it, do not drink the beer. When they bring you a foot bath, do not go to it, do not wash your feet. When Ereshkigal had been to the foot bath and dressed herself in a fine robe, allowing you to glimpse her body, you must not do that which men and women do. Nergal set his face toward Kernugi of the underworld, to the dark house, dwelling of Urkala's god, to the house which those who enter cannot leave, on the road where traveling is one way only, to the house where those who enter are deprived of light, where dust is their food, clay is their bread. They are clothed like birds with feathers. They see no light, they dwell in darkness, they moan like doves. The gatekeeper opened his mouth and addressed Nergal. I must take back a report about the god standing at the door. The gatekeeper entered and addressed Ereshkigal. My lady, a god has come to see us. Words are missing, then it says, we'll identify him. Aresh Kagol spoke to Namtar, then in brackets, it's giving you the ellipses, letting you know that words are missing. Namtar replied to Eresh Kagol, let me identify him. Let me meet him at the outer gate. Let me bring back my lord a description of him. Namtar went and looked at Era Nergal in the shadow of the door. Namtar's face was as livid as a cut tamarisk. His lips grew dark as the rim of a kuninu vessel. Namtar went and addressed his lady. My lady, when you sent me to your father, when I entered the courtyard of Anu, all the gods were kneeling, humbled before him. All the gods of the land were kneeling, humbled before him. The gods rose to their feet in my presence. Now he, Nergal, has gone down to Kernugi. Ereshkigal spoke to Namtar. My dear Namtar, you should not seek Enlil's power, nor should you desire to do heroic deeds. What? Come up and sit on the throne of royal deists? You perform the judgments of the broad earth? Should I go up to the heaven of Anu, my father? Should I eat the bread of the Annunaki? Should I drink the water of the Annunaki? Go and bring the god into my presence. Namtar went and let in the god Era. He let Nergal in through the first, the gate of Nidu. He let Nergal in through the second, the gate of Inkishar. He let Nergal in through the third gate, the gate of Inda Shurima. He let Nergal in through the fourth gate, the gate of Inurala. He let Nergal in through the fifth gate, the gate of Indukuga. He let Nergal in through the sixth gate, the gate of Indushuba. He let Nergal in through the seventh gate, the gate of Inujiji. He came into the broad courtyard, and he knelt down, kissed the ground in front of her. He straightened up, stood, and addressed her. Anu, your father, has sent me to see you, saying, sit down on that throne. Judge the cases of the great gods who live within the Urkala. As soon as they brought him to a throne, he did not go to it, and he did not sit on it. When the baker brought him bread, he did not go to it, and he did not eat the bread. When the butcher brought him meat, he did not go to it, and he did not eat the meat. When the brewer brought him beer, he did not go to it, and he did not drink the beer. When they brought him a foot bath, he did not go to it, and did not wash his feet. When she went to the bath, she dressed herself in a fine robe and allowed him to catch a glimpse of her body. He resisted his heart's desire to do what men and women do. Then it says 13 plus lines are missing. She went to the bath and dressed in a fine robe and allowed him to catch a glimpse of her body. He gave in to his heart's desire to do what men and women do. The two embraced each other and went passionately to bed. They lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for the first day and the second day. They lay there, King Ereshkigal and Era, for a third day and a fourth day. They lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for a fifth day and a sixth day. Good Lord have mercy. He didn't forget everything he was supposed to do in 6 days straight. Must have been something good. Rita, good morning, Amanda. Shalom, shalom. But when the seventh day arrived, Nergal without dot dot dot, and of course the lines would be missing. How you gonna bring us up to this point of the story and not tell us what happened? Nergal without dot 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 took away after him, dot, dot, dot. Let me go and my sister, dot, dot, dot. Do not make tremble, dot, dot, dot. Let me go now and I return, and I will return to Carnegie later. We missed the whole last part of the story, right? Why do you even tell us this part? Because we don't even know. All the parts that led up to this, like what happened on the seventh day. You gave us fragments. Let me go and my sister, dot, dot, dot. Do not make tremble, dot, dot, dot. Let me go now, and I will return to Carnegie later. Ereshkigal's mouth turned dark with rage, dot, dot, dot. Nergal went and spoke to the gatekeeper. Ereshkigal, your lady sent me, saying, I am sending you to the heaven of Anu, our father. So let me be allowed out. The message, dot, 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 is missing. Nergal came up along the long stairway of heaven. When he arrived at the gate of Anu, Enlil, and Enki, Anu, Enlil, and Enki saw him and said, the son of Ishtar has come back to us. She, Ereshkigal, will search for him and dot, dot, dot. Enki, his father, must sprinkle him with spring water, and bareheaded, twitching and cringing, let him sit in the assembly of the gods. Oresh could go, dot, 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 to the bath, dot, dot, dot. Her body, dot, dot, dot. If y'all ain't picked it up, the dot, dot, dot is, Trina, I just saw your comment. The dot, dot, dot meaning is words missing, right? They're giving us half stories again, y'all. Okay, let me start over. Oresh could go, dot, 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 to the bath, dot, dot, dot. Her body, dot, dot, dot. She called out, dot, dot, dot. The chair, dot, dot, dot. Sprinkle the room with water of, dot, dot, dot. Sprinkle the room with water of, dot, dot, dot. Sprinkle the room with water of, dot, dot, dot. You would have thought it's repeating this three times. One of them three times, they should have been able to decipher what this fragment said unless it was completely ripped off all the way down. The dot, dot, dot of the two daughters of Lam Shatu and Meshara, sprinkled with the waters of dot, dot, dot. The messenger of Anu, our father, who came to see us, shall eat our bread and drink our water. Namtar spoke to Ereshkigal, his lady. The messenger of Anu, our father, who came to see us before daylight, he disappeared. Ereshkigal cried aloud grievously, fell from the throne to the ground. Then he straightened up from the ground. Her tears flowed down her cheeks. Era, the lover of my delight, I did not have enough delight with him before he left. Seriously? You didn't get enough? Like for days, like a whole week straight, you didn't get enough. I ain't get enough of him before he left. Namtar addressed, hold on. Yeah, that was right. Era, the lover of my delight, I did not have enough delight with him before he left. Era, the love of my delight, I did not have enough delight with him before he left. Namtar addressed Oresh Kagal, send me to Anu your father, and let me arrest the god. Let me take him to you, that he may kiss you again. Ereshkigal spoke to Namtar, her vizier. Go, Namtar, you must speak to Anu, Enlil, and Enki. Set your face toward the gate of Anu, Enlil, and Enki to say, ever since I was a child and a daughter, I have not, excuse me, I have not known the playing of other girls. I have not known the romping of children. That God whom you sent to me, who has impregnated me, let him sleep with me again. I mean, shucks, you got the seed. What else you want, right? She just need to be satisfied till this child come. Send that God to us. Let him spend the night with me as my lover. I am unclean, and I am not pure enough to perform the judging of the great gods who dwell within Urkala. If you do not send that God to me, according to the rights of Urkala and the great earth, I shall raise up the dead, and they will eat the living. I shall make the dead outnumber the living. Oh, that was some good, powerful stuff. If you don't bring him back, I'm gonna raise the dead. Imagine being able to say that and actually being able to do it. I shall raise up the dead, and they will eat the living. I shall make the dead outnumber the living. Namtar came up the long stairway of heaven. When he arrived at the gate of Anu, Enlil, and Enki, Anu, Enlil, and Enki saw him and said, "What have you come for, Namtar? Your daughter sent me to say, ever since I was a child and a daughter, I have not known the playing of other girls. I have not known the romping of children. That God whom you sent to me and who has impregnated me, let him sleep with me again. Send that God to us, and let him spend the night with me as my lover. I am unclean, and I am not pure enough to perform the judging of the great gods who dwell within Urkala. If you do not send that God to me, according to the rights of Urkala and the great earth, I shall raise up the dead, and they will eat the living. I shall make the dead outnumber the living." Enki made his voice heard and spoke. He addressed his words to Namtar. "Enter, Namtar, the court of Anu. Search out your wrongdoer and bring him." When he entered the court of Anu, all the gods were kneeling humbly before him. All the gods of the land were kneeling humbled before him. He went straight up to one, but did not recognize that God. He went straight up to a second and a third, but did not recognize that God either. Namtar went and addressed his words to his lady. "My lady, about your sending me up to the heaven of Anu your father. My lady, there was only one God who sat twitching and cringing at the assembly of the gods. Go seize that God and bring him to me." Enki, his father, sprinkled him with water, and he is sitting in the assembly of all the gods, twitching and cringing. Namtar came up the long stairway of heaven. When he reached the gate of Anu, Enlil, and Enki, Anu, Enlil, and Enki saw him and said, "What have you come for, Namtar?" "Your daughter sent me to say, seize that God and bring him to me. Then enter, Namtar, the courtyard of Anu, and search out your wrongdoer and take him." He went straight up to one God, but did not recognize him. He went up straight to a second and a third, but did not recognize him either. Then he made his voice heard and spoke, addressing his words to Enki. "Let Namtar, the messenger who has come to us, drink our water, wash and anoint himself." Then it says 15 plus lines are missing. Namtar spoke to Era, Nergal, Era, dot, 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 all the rights of the great underworld, dot, dot, dot. When you go from dot, 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 you shall carry the chair, dot, dot, dot. You shall carry, 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 dot, dot, dot. Do not grapple with him, lest he bind your chest. Era took the heart of the speech of Namtar. He oiled his strap and slung his bow. That might be our title for today. He oiled his strap and slung his bow. If y'all was here, you know what we're talking about. Keep your mind out the gutter. Nergal went down the long stairway of heaven. When he arrived at the gate of Ereshkigal, he said, "Gatekeeper, open to me." He struck down Nidu, the doorman of the first gate, and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down the second doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down a third doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down the fourth doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down the fifth doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down the sixth doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He struck down the seventh doorman and did not let him grapple with him. He entered her wide courtyard. He went up to her and laughed. He seized her by the hair and pulled her from the house. He seized her by her dress and dot, dot, dot. The two embraced each other and went passionately to bed. They lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for the first and the second day. Here they go. Here they go again for a whole nother week. They lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for a third day. And they lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for a fourth day. And they lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for a fifth day. And they lay there, Queen Ereshkigal and Era, for a sixth day. When the seventh day arrived, Anu made his voice heard and spoke, addressing his words to Kaka, his vizier. "Kaka, I shall send you to Kurunugi, the home of Ereshkigal, who dwells within Urkala, to say, that God whom I sent you forever, dot, 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 those above, dot, 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 those below, dot, dot, dot." Then it says in brackets, end of tablet is missing. And that's the end of that particular tablet. Now it's just going to another one. The Epic of Nergal and Ereshkigal, and in brackets it has Akhenaton's Armana fragments. Did y'all know another name? You won't find this in the Bible. I'm gonna just let you know right offhand. You won't find this in the Bible. But if you go looking in some other tablets, other scrolls, you'll find out what Akhenaton's name was changed to a little bit later down the road. Anybody know? I'm gonna just ask. Anybody know who Akhenaton was before his name changed? Well, let me see. Do y'all know who Akhenaton? You know him after his name changed, but you won't know him as Akhenaton. Anybody know who Akhenaton was after his name changed? But Akhenaton, he's in the Bible. He's very well known, but you just don't know him as Akhenaton. Anybody know? I'm gonna wait. We got it. It was Moses. That was his name, Akhenaton. Good morning, Jen. You got it, Uncle JB. Akhenaton is Moses. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. The Epic of Nergal and Ereshkigal, Akhenaton's Armana fragments. When the gods organized a banquet, they sent a messenger to their sister Ereshkigal. And I said that just to hopefully kind of get your gears turning so y'all can go start looking up some stuff about Akhenaton. Maybe. You might, maybe not. But there's a little piece of the puzzle right there, people. Okay. When the gods organized the banquet, they sent a messenger to their sister Ereshkigal. We cannot come down to you, and you cannot come up to us. So send someone to fetch a share of food for you. Ereshkigal sent Namtar her vizier. Go up, Namtar, to high heaven. He went into where the gods were sitting, and they bowed and greeted Namtar, the messenger of their eldest sister. They bowed respectfully when they saw him and the great gods. Dot dot dot. Food for the goddess, his mistress. Dot dot dot. Wept and was overcome. Dot dot dot. The journey. 6+ lines missing. Inky. Dot dot dot. And went to Namtar and sent him back. Go and tell my word to our sister. She will say, where is the one who did not raise his feet in the presence of my messenger? Bring him to me for his death, that I may kill him. Namtar came back and spoke to the gods. The gods summoned him and discussed the death with him. We're going to pause after this portion of the tablet because this is pretty long. We already like 33 minutes. All right. Yeah, we'll pause after this one, after like another page and a half. Inky, dot, dot, dot. I'm sorry. Yeah. Inky, dot, dot, dot. And went to Namtar and sent him back. Go and tell my word to our sister. She will say, where is the one who did not rise to his feet in the presence of my messenger? Bring him to me for his death, that I may kill him. Namtar came back and spoke to the gods. The gods summoned him and discussed the death with him. Look for the god who did not rise to his feet in your presence, and take him before your mistress. Namtar counted them. The last god was crouching down. That god who did not rise to his feet in your presence, he is not here. The Namtar went and gave his report. My mistress, I went and counted them. The last god was crouching down. Those who did not rise to his feet in my presence was not there. Ereshkigal addressed Namtar, her messenger, dot, 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 month. Several lines missing. Identify the one, dot, 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 to the hand of Ea, Inky. Take him to Ereshkigal. Tootie, shh, too loud. Take him to Ereshkigal. He was sleeping. Before his father Inky, he pleaded. He will see me. He will not let me stay alive. Don't be afraid, for I shall give to you 7 and 7 demons to go with you. I send lightning bolt, the bailiff, the croucher, explosion, terrible wind, fits of sickness, the stagger, the stroke, the lord of the roof, the fever, the scab, and dot dot dot. Ereshkigal will call out, gatekeeper, dot dot dot, open your door. Several lines are missing. Nergal approaches the gates. Loosen the lock that I may enter into the presence of your mistress. Ereshkigal, I have been sent from above. The gatekeepers said to Namtar, a god is standing at the entrance of the door. Come, inspect him, and let him enter. Namtar came out, saw him, and called, wait here. We went to his mistress and said, my lady, here is the god who in previous months had vanished and who did not rise to his feet in my presence above. Ereshkigal replied, bring him in. As soon as he comes in, I shall kill him. Namtar came out and addressed Nergal, come in, my lord, to your sister's house and dot dot dot. Nergal said, you should be glad to see me, dot dot dot, several lines missing. At the seventh, the terrible wind. At the eighth, fits of sickness. At the ninth, the staggers. At the 10th, the stroke. At the 11th, the Lord of the roof. At the 12th, the fever. At the 13th, the scab. At the 14th gate, he managed to seal her in. In the forecourt, he cut off Namtar. He gave his troops the orders. He let the doors be opened. Now I shall race past you. Inside the house, he seized Ereshkigal by her hair, pulled her from the throne to the ground, intending to cut off her head. Don't kill me, my brother. Let me tell you something. Nergal listened to her and relaxed his grip. He wept and was overcome when she said, you can be my husband and I can be your wife. I will let you seize kingship wide. I will let you seize kingship over the wide earth. I will put the tablet of destiny in your hand. You can be the master, I can be the mistress. Nergal listened to this speech of hers and seized her and kissed her. He wiped her tears away. These things have you asked for me after so many months. It certainly shall be so. Cheesy peas. It's a thin line between love and hate, ain't it? All these 2 weeks he done spent with her day after day, not even coming up for air. And then this day, when they bring him back, he snatched her by her hair and ready to cut her head off. Then all she had to say was a few sweet words. Wait a minute, my beloved. Hold on. I give you rulership of the whole earth. You can be the king and I can be the queen. And that's what we're going to pause at for today at the 37-minute mark. That was good. Yeah, but Moses is Akhenaton. Y'all look into that. All right, y'all. Chapter 32, an even bigger picture. This is literally 2.5 pages, and we're gonna be done before the hour mark, y'all. Look, oof, we're about to be done with this. I'm so excited. It seemed like we just started. Like it always seemed like that when we get done with a book, right? We literally have 3 little short chapters left. The last one is a page and a half. 33, 2, 4, 6. 6.25 of a page long. We could possibly read all of that tomorrow. Just depending on how much I read from there tomorrow. All right. Chapter 32 is entitled An Even Bigger Picture. Will AUM ever exhaust all the possibilities? Can it grow indefinitely? Will it one day reach an unchanging, stable equilibrium, still viable forever but no longer evolving? Are there other AOs or AUMs, or is reality big enough for only one? And if there were two, how would they interact? What would dramatically raise the level of complication and create new possibilities for the fundamental process of evolution to work with? It certainly did for us. What if splits in two, employing a process analogous to the biological cell division, enabling it to interact with itself in an entirely new way? Biological cells figured out how to do it. Do you think they were smarter or luckier than A self-replicating could build up a new conscious thing out of cells, each existing within its own digital dimension. Would each cell function as a single brain cell or a consciousness cell with a stupendous group mind, or would a different and unique creature emerge? cloning, reproducing, repairing, expanding, and merging are particularly straightforward processes with a digital medium ever to copy a floppy. What's interesting for those of you that have read the book Black Root Science, when it talks about the 1 billion, 8 million original people who are here on the earth, as they're going through life, learning about everything, right? It literally takes you. If you haven't read it, I would really recommend that you go read that. Black Root Science, right? It gives you like another whole aspect of what we're reading, and some people may think it's like a book maybe just for Black people to read or whatever, but it's really not. It's really, really informative, right? It gives you some history, some of the stuff we learn and we're going to go through in this next book that we're going to read, Meditation. But when he mentioned this right here, with each AUM cell function as a single brain cell or consciousness cell within a stupendous group mind, or with a different or unique, or with a different and unique creature emerge. So when it said within a stupendous group mind, it reminded me about Black Root Science, and as they kind of just graduate through the courses in life with the different experiences and developing their consciousness. Boy, it ain't gonna be paused. You need to get what? How are you gonna pause my video? How?
The gloves are done.
Well, you don't take that out with the gloves. Get some tongs or a fork.
I don't want to stab into them.
Pull it out and get a fork and stab into it and put it on the thing. But as it develops, it shows you how they're leading up to literally become one. All the individual people, as they go through life from the time they're born and begin learning about things in their body and consciousness, and learning how to operate their aura, their spirit and everything, and their ESP, all their intuitiveness is developing as they grow. But like the graduation point is almost like the way they explain it. It's like when you graduate and you move to another level. In order to move to the next level, all those ones who were born in your generation, they have to all be at like this, and I'm kind of just like summarizing it. They all have to be developed to a certain point, and they come together, and it's like they use their group consciousness mind, all that they've learned. It's like their spirits merge into one, right? To move on to like that next level in their growth. It's really interesting. I really would. I did a couple of videos where I talked about it a little bit more in depth last year when I first came across it. But if you haven't read soul groups, thank you, Uncle JB. There's actually, and I'll share it today again. Somebody actually read it. The entire is broken up into two books, right? There's a really, really good, clear reading of it on YouTube, right? And the girl who did it, or the young lady who did it, she put it in its own playlist. So what I do, I share the playlist for book 1 and the playlist for book 2. And if you get a chance, or if you're interested in it, I would recommend you go listen to it. Just get some insight from another perspective. It really, really is interesting, right? It goes a little bit into Yahweh, like all the stuff we've been learning about. It kind of brings some of those pieces together. It really, really is insightful. And I would recommend it if you have time, right? And you can listen to it. Just let it play while you're working or whatever, or when you get some hours, But I'll share the links for you. So if you want to, you can listen to it. It's really interesting. And they talk about the diet that they had. And they did really live plant-based diets. They had plant-based lifestyles, because heavy stuff makes the soul, it makes the spirit heavy. And there's just certain things you cannot do when your body has been weighed down with a lot of stuff that you weren't really meant to consume in the first place, right? It's really, really insightful. Okay. But anyway, I was thinking about that when he got to this within a stupendous group mind. Okay. Would each AUM cell function as a single brain cell or consciousness cell within a stupendous group mind, or would a different and unique creature emerge, cloning, reproducing, repairing, expanding, and merging are particularly straightforward processes within a digital medium. Ever copy a floppy? Where does the pursuit of profit lead a brilliant, finite digital oneness? Groups of AUM cells could very well specialize and form a much more complex thought system thing being, and then AUM amoebas and IUM amoebobs thinking around in primordial mental swamps. The biological cells of a larger bioorganism mature, die, and are replaced. In contrast, digital AUM cells may simply mature and maintain some optimal joint profitability with a larger organism, or perhaps occasionally recycle themselves by uploading their accumulated products of evolutionary profitability along with other useful, communicable results of accumulated experience, and then reboot. AUM, like us, may serve as a cog in a much larger entropy reduction engine that is engaged in driving an even larger manifestation of consciousness cycle toward even lower entropy states. Big picture this: consciousness systems, like future digital computers, derived from the consciousness systems like humankind, derived from consciousness systems like TBC, which is the big computer, derived from consciousness systems like AUM, derived from consciousness systems and even larger systems in which AUM is only one of many contributors, all exhibiting the same fundamental structures and processes, while the hierarchical supporting each other at various levels and scales. Did you notice? Wait a minute, Zay.
Is the height. Your height is. That's all.
Okay, put it back over there.
Right here.
Did you notice that the terminology used to describe interconnected, interdependent consciousness systems at various scales and levels is similar to the terminology used to describe fractals? Consider the conceptual elegance of a consciousness evolution, fractal, and hold that thought until we get back to it toward the end of section 5. While you were in the mood for big thoughts, imagine this. Check that, pull it out. They started that over in the air fryer. In the air fryer, that's done. Yeah. Yeah. While you are in the mood for big thoughts, imagine this. Our entire local reality, OS, containing a portion of NPMRN, as well as our physical matter reality universe, evolving on its merry way as if it were a self-contained colony of bacteria existing within a small remote corner of the space-time part of just one of the apparently infinite number of apparently infinite AUM cells inhabiting the gut of an AUMosaurus. It may be fun to let a few of the possibilities that might describe AUM's external environment run wild in your imagination, but all we need to build up a complete theory of everything is a simple one-cell monolithic singular AU that its internal environment. Logically, all that is required is a finite primordial consciousness potential energy thing to exist along with the fundamental process of evolution. From only those two assumptions, I intend to derive physics, the nature of your existence, your physical universe and experience, and provide a comprehensive working model of the larger reality, all self-consistently contained between the knuckle and the nail of my big toe. That should be enough. I'll publish the definitive work on AUMosaurus-Beyondgraspus-Outofmindus. That's going to be our title for the day. It makes no sense. That's what it is. It's like a long medical term, right? It says AUMosaurus-Beyondgraspus-Outofmindus, which is a proper Latin name next year. Look for it at your local asylum bookstore in the humor section. And it goes into a little aside before it ends this little chapter. Watch out for the AUMosaurus, folks. Oh no, it's beginning to squat. Hang on, this baby could blow 1,000 universes, including ours, out of its interior subsystem in one mighty blast of digital flatulence. The roar of a billion suns exploding simultaneously violently shakes the foundations of reality. Existence shudders and quakes in uncertain terror. Are we still here? I think so, but I'm not sure. How can you tell? Whew, that was a close call. Yeah, wow. That really makes you proud to be an intestinal bacterium, doesn't it? And that's the end of the little aside. Then this ends the chapter with this little paragraph. Seriously, folks, do you see how important it is to appreciate your fundamental limitations? If you do not, you run the risk of being unable to discriminate between silly and serious. That's good. Let me read that again. Seriously, folks, do you see how important it is to appreciate your fundamental limitations? If you do not, you run the risk of being unable to discriminate between silly and serious, insisting that we, the magnificent creme de la creme of existence, could not could not possibly have such limitations. Simply add a layer of obfuscating illogical arrogance on top of what already is beyond comprehension. With regards to the even bigger picture, the best conclusion is no conclusion. Open minded skepticism requires no closure and thus accepts its limitations. It does, however, require that you put aside your normal knee jerk responses, which have been conditioned by your ego, beliefs, and fears, in order to recognize all the possibilities. Never fear to let your mind run free, but at the same time, be aware of the innate limitations of your perspective, or you may get lost wandering along the mystical shores of Never Never Land, believing that what you see is what is there. Ooh, yo, listen, I'm gonna read the last sentence again. Never fear to let your mind run free, but at the same time, be aware of the innate limitations of your perspective, or you may get lost wandering along the mystical shores of Never Never Land, believing that what you see is what is there. And that, my beautiful people, is the end of chapter 32. And it is the end of our reading for today. I told y'all we were going to be done before the hour mark today. We're about done with both these books, and it's time to get into some more juicier readings. The Owaspy and the little thin pamphlet before we start meditation. What ancient wisdom would have its disciples to know or understand. I keep screwing up that title, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the yellow book that I posted in a community section about a week ago. All right, beautiful people. I hope y'all enjoyed the reading for today. I did. Let's get out of here. We got stuff to do. It is Tuesday, March the 29th, 2022. Day 68 of year 4, reading through the books of the Law and the Prophets, another 4-year consecutive day count, day 1086. We read Tablet U in the complete Annunaki Bible, the first half of it. We'll finish the rest of it tomorrow. And we read all of chapter 32 in my big toe. All right, beautiful people. I'll remember to post the link for Black Root Science for those of you who want to read it or listen to it. Black Root Science. And I said I was going to share something else. What did I say I was going to get it, y'all? Black Root Science. I said something before Black Root Science, didn't I? Didn't I? I know I talked about Akhenaton. Maybe I share a video about Akhenaton, who was actually Moses. I thought I said I was going to share something else. Did I say something else, y'all? I thought I said something else. Hold on, let me see. I had to watch the video to see what I said. If I said something else, I'll post it. I thought I watched the video over today. All right, y'all. With that being said, we're about to get out of here. Father, thank you for another day. Bless everybody in the work of their hands and let them be successful in all that they do and all that they put their hands to today. Give them wisdom, understanding of the knowledge that they've taken in to develop it as wisdom in their life so they can apply it whenever and wherever the need arises appropriately. That's why it's called wisdom, because you know what to do with it and when to do what with it. All right, y'all. That's it for today. I see y'all back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully the morning will start off a little bit more quieter than it did today. Like everybody was up. That's why I was late, trying to get them quiet. Like I'm always late, right? I gotta stop that. When I be up, and I be up, y'all, I be up. For some reason, I'm gonna get better. I gotta work on myself. I'm gonna do better, y'all. There be so much stuff going on. Maybe when I push the time back before, because hopefully they'll still be sleeping once I push the time back to 6:15 a.m. Hopefully they'll still be asleep, right? We'll see. And it'll be complete quietness and we can get it done, right? We'll see. We'll see how that work out when we get there. All right, y'all. That's it. I love y'all. You're welcome, Jen. I see y'all back here tomorrow. Peace. Now you want to end this? Go ahead, say bye. I done already ended Facebook.
I want to say, once I make my own app, it's gonna be called first with dragon and then end with shadow. That's gonna be also my YouTube name.
Dragon Shadow.
Shadow Dragon.
Shadow Dragon. Okay, they can't even see it.
And then it will be something where I will draw stuff up there. It's gonna be free for free for everyone. I will draw stuff, post it up there so y'all can see it. And y'all can even buy the drawings.
Is that it?
And y'all get to post anything up there. It's like Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. But mixed up together, it's gonna be called a Shadow Dragon. And I'm also gonna make a photo thing for Mom.
I appreciate that. I really do.
I'm gonna download it, and I'm about to take a picture.
Boy, in this video. All right, y'all. Him and his Shadow Dragon. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow.
It's gonna be called Shadow Dragon.
7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Make sure to buy it.